sideways, so maybe the video will come out sideways. David Burnett. Let me just say you got his first name. Tony. Wow, 328. You guys are getting on there quick. Glenn. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, of course, Mr. Baird has to put his name on there that I can't pronounce. Anyway, so let's get on with the video. So, well, one, I asked you guys the other day to go on to help me build the YouTube channel. A bunch of you did, and it jumped like, I don't know, 2,000 people, which I found out don't cost nothing to subscribe to, so I appreciate that, guys. We are trying to build the YouTube page up. I need to start doing different videos for there. But, let me clarify something over the Nova video the other day. I forgot that everything I say is taken absolutely so fucking literal, and I make no mistakes. You guys need to understand. So, I said 92, maybe 93, maybe 91. I don't know. But when I was talking about nobody had been in the nines, I was talking about around here because we were talking about one race. 95% of the people got what I was talking about, but and I was just using Ron Sabry as an example of where cars were back then. But let's talk. Let me clarify this, guys. If I make a mistake telling you one of these stories because it was 30 fucking years ago, hey, I apologize. And John Linebarger, who commented on here, I've known John for 30 fucking years. He said, hey, James, are you sure you got those dates right? And I said, well, maybe not. But another guy on there that just, I think he was just wanting to be relevant. But at the end of the day, sometimes I may misquote something, guys. But if I do, I'll do what I'm doing right now. I'll say, hey, you know, I misquoted her. Here's what I meant by that. What I meant was that fucking race in Oklahoma. I never said I had the fastest street car in America. I said I had the fastest street car in Oklahoma. That's what I've always said. And I had to go back and watch my video again to see exactly what I said, which is bullshit. Like I said, 95, 98% of you get it. You love the stories. And when you guys love the stories, I love doing them. And I do sit there. For the video's still new, I go on and read all the comments. I've read 300 and something fucking comments about it. And for the most part, you guys are all positive. You like the stories. I may mess up once in a while. Sorry about that. But at the end of the day, the point was, I've been doing this shit a long time. And I used to do it with no fucking money. Not a pot to piss in, a window to throw it out of. And a lot of you got that, and then some just want, a lot of people, they want to say anything they can to try to discredit me or be relevant or me to, you know, say their name. But at the end of the day, I don't give two fucks about them. I don't care about trolls, guys. They do not bother me. Everybody thinks they do. They used to. Do not get me wrong. They used to, but they don't. They don't fucking bother me a bit. Because the way I see it, that person is so miserable in their life that Facebook's all they got. I have a beautiful wife. I live in a nice home. I work my ass off to get where I'm at, and I work my ass off still. I was down here at 3 o'clock this morning. I'll tell you guys about this little stunt here in a little bit. Down here with 7 stitches in my arm. Still trying to get this car done so I can take that beautiful wife of mine on her honeymoon. But let's talk about the guys that I didn't mention on that deal. I wasn't the only car in the line. Ron Sabrig went 980 something, 970 something to be deemed the fastest street car in America. Right after that, he went to the fucking AT, just kept going and kept going, kept going. The reason I own a 56 Corvette, that a pro street car, is because of Ron Sabrig's car. He's a bad motherfucker. He did it in A. No power adder whatsoever. He was fucking fast. And he was fast. He's still fast today. But if we want to talk about guys that were stupid fucking fast, here, let me give you guys a little history lesson. Go back and look at Scott Shafroff. Scott Shafroff had a black 68 Camaro. He's the reason I started running nitrous. You had the Chi-Town boys. there was and his name was Bill or Bob or something. Had a blue Monte Carlo, looked a lot like Doc's. Big tire car, power windows, full interior, and this bitch went 850s with no cage in it. 850s. Rolled the fucking power windows down to get his ET slip, and they said, hey, wow. But there was a group of guys, there was like 4 or 5 of them. All those guys were in the fucking 8s back then. And then you got the guys, the Monty out of Virginia, when they were fighting to see who was the first car to go in the 7s. It evolved so fast, and sometimes everybody forgets that those are actual pioneers of what we do today. A lot of those guys did street race. Some of them did. Most of them did. Some of them didn't. I don't know how many did or how many didn't. Those Chi-Town boys would get busy on the street any fucking time. And they was a badass group of guys. I mean, all those cars were stupid fast. That Monte Carlo had a 509 in it. And back then, a 509 was like, holy shit, how do you get a motor that big? Now we had 1,000 cubic inch motors. It's really not that much. The whole point of the story was to tell you guys that I started with nothing doing this, and I came from nothing to get where I am today. And I worked my ass off to get there. Nothing's ever been given to me, any of that shit. So I still look up to those guys. I met Scott Sheffroth for the first time 2 years ago at PRI, and I was very happy to meet him because he's the reason I started running nitros. And you also got guys like Monty Smith, one of my closest friends. And Monty Smith back in the day was running that GTX and was running deep in the 9s with that thing. So I wasn't saying I had the fastest car in America. I said I had the fastest car in Oklahoma, which is what I've always said, and I'll still say this day. Back then, nobody in Oklahoma could beat that car because nobody came out and tried it, and I was constantly out looking for a race. So now we got that clarified. I hope that sets the record straight. And some people aren't, because I thought about it and I thought, fuck, it's 1 or 2 people who gives a fuck. And I thought, you know what? Set the record straight, and that way, I don't get a private message from Ron Savory saying that, hey, they said Reaper said Ron Savory wasn't shit. Never would I say that. I looked up to that guy when he did what he did with a normally aspirated fucking car and drove the wheels off of it. Just like Larry Larson. When Larry Larson went in the fucking 6s. I mean, that was fucking impressive. Driving down Hollywood Boulevard with a Lenko. So there's a lot of guys that were never on a TV show that you guys don't know about. And if you want to get into the history of street racing and racing in fast cars, you go back and look. Some of those guys were doing incredible things with nothing. That was my point with my car. I did it with nothing, no money. I had to be smarter than the guy next to me because I didn't have no money. That was the point. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. The YouTube channel is starting to pick up. I'm going to start doing different videos. And if anybody makes it this far in the video, I am going to start doing, Katie came to work for me. She's been helping me with the car. I'm teaching her to do cars. Told you guys about that. But we're going to start doing a giveaway, at least once a month. That I'm going to pick a top fan or somebody who shared the page the most, and I'm going to do it on both of them. I'm going to give away like a hat and a shirt, maybe a piston rod, something. Because I appreciate all that you guys do. I appreciate you watching these videos. I appreciate you guys sharing these videos. Stacy's video, by the way, is over a fucking 1.1 million reaches. And no, American Idol still not called her, or The Voice. And I hope they don't, because honestly, I like her just singing to me. That's what makes my days, listening to her sing to me. So, I'm going to start doing different videos for YouTube, for, it's not the same thing on both pages, but I'm still trying to learn it, guys. Still trying to learn how to comment. I'm still trying to learn how to read the comments. I just figured out how to read the comments the other day. So, that's a growing thing, and that page I am doing to try to make money at it. And I did decide the other day when I get the Nova done, the black Chevelle done, the Monty Smith Memorial car, and my blue Camaro, the next one on the list will be the Red Reaper, Brantley's Red Reaper. So I am going to put that car together. Don't know what it's going to come out like, but it is going to be a fucking tagged street car, but it's going to be a damn fast one. That car's super light. My brother built the chassis. We put a lot of work, a lot of blood, sweat, and tears in that car, and it just wouldn't be right for me not to finish it. Whether I make one fucking pass down the racetrack and then I get rid of it, or I put it up and look at it, I'm going to put it back together. And to be perfectly honest with you, got people, you guys, are the only fucking reason I'm going to do it. And that's no bullshit, whether you believe that or not. The support you guys have given when I lost both my cars was more than I could have ever dreamed of. You know, people like Samantha at Race Star Wheels called and said, whenever you're ready, we'd like to get you a couple sets of wheels to replace what you lost. There's a lot of people that reached out and said, hey, you know, because I had insurance, but I didn't have enough insurance to cover one car, much less two cars, trailer, and the whole 9 yards. So the comments and you guys' support, I'm gonna put the car back together. Although I think everybody's gonna be way surprised with the way it comes out, but it will be able to be driven on the street, and I'll be able to put pump gas in it and drive it on the street. And I'm still gonna go try to maybe knock out a no prep Kings or some no prep races with it. But nothing like I've been doing. But I am going to finish that car, this car, the Monty Smith car, because I want to do race week with it really, really bad. Loved race week when I did it in my little truck. Way different than drag week, just a different kind of atmosphere with race week. And I fucking loved it. I'm going to plan on doing both of them. If I have to do them, I can't take the Nova because it don't have a cage in it. And I'd have to put a lot of cage in to get it certified for what the car runs, and I'm not going to do that. It's a street car, and I'll just keep street racing it. But appreciate all you guys doing everything that you've done, the support you've shown. I think once the weather breaks, Katie's going to get some of the burnt parts, headers, and memorabilia stuff from the cars that were burnt, and she's going to put it up, and we're going to auction off my old Reaper fire suits and stuff like that. And all that money's going to go towards Stacy's project car. And then the YouTube is what's going to pay for me to put my other car together. So, and by the way, guys, never in this fucking lifetime, in my lifetime, in your lifetime, will I ever come and ask you guys for money. So anybody that sees those posts saying I'm got a GoFundMe or any of that bullshit is bullshit. Just to clarify that, because it seems like more and more of them are popping up. The more popular the page grows, the more people are trying to buy the page, people are trying to hack the page, people are trying to do stupid shit. They're trying to put their advertisements on here, you know, prostitutes or whatever the fuck they are, putting their ads on there saying hi to the guys, which we try to police it the best that we can, guys. But you guys police this page pretty damn good. And that's the other thing. Some people made comments that were true comments. I didn't want you guys going on there and tearing their heads off. Even though that is a big part of my amusement, believe it or not. Is every morning I read comments, and sometimes somebody will make an off comment, and I don't block them. Because I sit back there and wait. Come on. Who's going to get him first? Who's going to get him first? And when you guys get on somebody, it's fucking brutal. You can do more than I'll ever be able to do. Even though I do make comments about guys that make comments about mini trucks and boats and all that bullshit, just like the messages I get about how somebody's gonna whoop my ass. I'm lying to Nationwide. I've said it before. I'll race anybody, anytime. Anybody wants to come up and pop me in the fucking mouth, come on. You know, at least be fair about it. Call me out. We'll step out in the parking lot, dust it up. I don't give a fuck about it. Oh, this deal. 7, 8, 9 stitches, something like that. Walked outside, got my old gooseneck trailer back there that we'd actually put windows in, was going to make when we're doing all the no prep races, going to make a ticket trailer out of. And I went to slip on the ice, went to fall, went to catch myself, stuck my arm through a window, got, I can't remember, 7, 8, 9 stitches, something like that. But what's funny was when I walked into the house, and I had it wrapped up, and I wrapped electrical tape around it because it wouldn't quit bleeding. There's blood all over this shop. As if this car didn't get enough of my blood, that little deal, I mean, it was squirting everywhere. It was bad enough for me to go to the emergency room, and that's pretty bad. So, but when I walked in the house, I told Stacy, I said, listen, very calmly, ask Brantley to put his shoes on and run me to the emergency room. And I was so proud of her because she wanted to lose her shit so bad. because she seen, I mean, blood was just running down my arm, and I had a wad this big, and half a roll of black tape. It's hard to tape up a wound when black electrical tape gets wet from blood, because you can't really hold on to it, and it don't stick real well. So I had that shit wrapped up. It looked like the wiring that came out of this car. All right, guys. Thanks. Go to YouTube. Share the videos. Help me build a YouTube page. Because like I said, that's what I'm going to use to fundraise in that car. And that's all I'm going to use it for. We're going to do giveaways on both pages at least once a month. Maybe more than that. It's just one of them deals. Now I got somebody that can remind me to do it. So we'll go on there. We'll pick a fan, a top fan, whoever shared the most that week or something. But I always want to give back to you guys for everything that you've done for us. All right.